Ya está, justo. Justo he vuelto. He vuelto y justamente empieza. Quiero prácticamente a rellenarme la bebida y a por algo de comer.
Hey guys! Hey, welcome to the Battlefield 5 show live from EA Play in Hollywood. Let's hear it! I'm Julia Hardy, and today we've got a ton of new info on some of the great updates coming to Battlefield 5 in 2019. But don't just take my word for it. My co-host, he reads all of your tweets, and I do actually mean all of them. It's a little bit creepy and weird. Battlefield Community Manager Adam Freeman, what have you got for us, Freeman?
Oh, thanks, Julia. Now, I may be a member of the Battlefield team, but as you know, I'm a fan. I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today.
Venga,
so,
sí.
over the next half hour, we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few months. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff, so let's get to it. Over to you, Julia.
Thanks, Adam. That's right. Let's wait no longer and tear the plastic of our first new map, Marita. Let's check it out.
Nuevo mapa Marita.
The Battle of Greece continues.
Vale, en
On the
Grecia.
Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis armies sweeping through the region. You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the tight streets of a rural town. The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes. The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here.
Que aún no he
or risk
jugado al
losing
Battlefield
control
5.
of the region.
Yeah,
You'll always have
eso que me
tactical
llamó mucho la
choices nearby,
atención.
with a close proximity to other key locations. So
Porque
keep
juegos
an
de
eye out.
guerras me gustan más los de
Marita
Primera
is an
y Segunda
infantry
Guerra
focus
Mundial.
map,
Battlefield 1 me
where all four
encantó.
soldier classes will
No
be
juega
able to
todos los
shine.
DLCs, pero me
Tanks
encantó.
and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes
No subí
means
al
unique
canal más
vertical
porque eran
gameplay.
partidas suelen ser muy largas.
Stay alert in this steep environment as the
Y
Battle
jugaba
of
mucho
Greece
a las
rages
pantallas estas de que eran de conquista. Conquista de mapas seguidos de tú tenías que
To
defender o
help give us
atacar.
even more details on Marita,
A
please
ese jugaba
welcome Ryan
mucho.
MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains.
Así que no sé, si lo pillo no sé para qué sería, para Play o para PC.
And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village before,
Not anymore.
before these guys all show up. And it's quite a different experience than Mercury, and it's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see
I
some
love that.
absolute...
Creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on, just collisions in the middle of this map, and it's sort of what we try to do with all the new maps that we've created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they've played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has, I guess for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it, and that
Do
banana
you
shape
like their
sort of.
fruit?
Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing.
Me
game
gustan
design,
mucho
I
que
think.
digamos los trailers estos de juegos
Obviously, and so the
de
shape gives you sort of a variety of different
shooters.
playstyles and sort of creates this sort of narrow
que ponen
channels for people to just run head on
jugadones
into
que
each
tú
other,
matas
which
un
really creates
montón,
that
que
chaos that is
así
Battlefield, but it
That's
que
what
cuando
we
uno
want,
te
though.
viene a
That's
por
what
ti
we want,
no,
that
no
kind
te
of chaos.
matan
But
ni te dan
most
ni
importantly, we need to know,
un
like,
disparo,
we talk
pero
all
tú
days,
después
but when can we get
te
our hands on it?
das
That's what we
la
want to know,
vuelta y lo
Yeah,
disparas.
and I think the great thing for this is
Eso,
coming in
un
July as part of
jugador
Chapter 4.
casual
stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while
Difícil
they're
que
here
lo haga, lo veo.
Lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck
Así
up
que-
there for no other reason than, well, my own
Un pelín
entertainment,
falso, lo-
has
eso-
more on
eso.
chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in chapter 4.
Nuevos mapas.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments.
Esto es norte de
Axis
África.
forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase.
Tiene pinta
You
de esto
must
ser el
fight
norte
over
de
possession
África.
of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in a single-player war story under no flag and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the
Estaba
game
mordiendo
originally, the team wanted to
justamente al
sort of
lado
sit
del
down
micro.
and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This
very
is a really
wide.
big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox
Yeah.
map. This is where you're going to see, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how do I kind of, adjust my strategy? Because it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different playstyles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things, and the bridge in the middle, it's all about, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
It's just something that he likes to do.
he's kind of mean, but he's
Oh.
not mean. He's super nice. But
No, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now we've got a couple more surprises to come, but
Si
before
meten
we
un
get
mapa
into all that,
bien
let's
hecho
take
desde
a
el
look at what's
desembarco de
coming in August
Normandía,
towards the end of chapter.
sería la
Get
Joya.
up close and personal. With Chapter 4 defying the odds, new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new Battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies, and prepare to learn more about these new battlefields
ha
later
empezado con
in the year.
100.000 personas viéndolo y ahora está bajando, está en 70.000, 30.000 personas menos. Porque Star Wars llamaba mucho después.
Now, to help us break
En
down
Apex
these
no
new
me he
maps,
fijado y
Brian
ahora
and I are joined
también
by
está
Mr. Battlefield
en
himself,
agosto los
Lars
mapas.
Gustafsson. And if you made that up yourself. But. Oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens.
Yeah,
Do you want to take over this one for
sure,
the start?
don't mind if I do.
Yeah, go for it.
Lars, these are very different then to the two maps we've already shown so far today. Tell us about them.
They are. I mean, taking a step back, we've been closely monitoring how players engage in Tides of War, and no surprise, I mean, they love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. And as such, being able to give that, the close quarter feeling, the tight, what you say, the intimate combat.
Intimate infantry combat.
Oh yeah, we need that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Intimate infantry.
We're making that platoon when we get back.
I mean, what kind of the sort of like key strategies then when you're playing
But
close quarters on this map?
As we see with these smaller game modes, I mean, the key to this is just really good team play, really good squad play, and so sticking together and not leaving anybody behind, like Mr. Freeman over here.
Yeah.
Unless he's.
But I mean,
not
what if you
being-
want to leave him behind? Can you?
Then it's acceptable. I think.
Because I would.
It's two beautiful maps.
There'd just be a spinning number plate.
It would be, yeah.
As you saw, Lofoten, it's serenity, beautiful Nordic countryside, but then kind of ripped open with gunfire and everything, amongst villas
a las 7,
and
a las 8
factory
menos
equipment.
20,
And then
pues.
Provence,
No lo
Yeah.
sé.
I plan to take my wife there, pastilles on the square.
Stop
But-
destroying places you want to take your family. It's
Okay,
weird.
I'll take Ryan.
Yeah, take him instead.
Ese de ahí
and then
atrás
go
que se ha
back.
sentado,
Beautiful
ha
cobblestones,
regresado.
lots of good
No ha
flanking
salido en el
routes,
direct,
and it's
en el
smaller maps
streaming,
really
pues ya ha
allows you
salido,
to
hombre, se ha
master every
salido.
inch of it. So it's really about, knowing your battlefield.
I mean, again, we could go on and on to talk about all of these maps, but we've got one more map to show off, and I want to make sure we have time to get through it.
No,
But
mapa
first,
más.
Lars, you brought with him some news about some kind of core gameplay updates. We know that you've all been waiting for, so you're excited about this one.
Lars, you know how much time I'm spending online. Like,
I mean,
I am working.
just Battlefield, or let's not delve.
Big community features we've announced this month. Increase the max rank, private games. Let's talk max rank. What can you tell
Let's
us?
talk max rank. We do know, and it's been loudly made to us, our kind of awareness, that there are players out there too skilled who maxed out on rank 50 too quickly. So we've taken that to heart, and we've now taken the max rank from 50 to 500. So it's quite a leap.
All right.
Yeah.
And it's
Battlefield 500 now.
so truly a journey for our players to go on, moving forward.
And it's a grind train, but what are people getting if they're on it?
Yeah, what are we getting?
We're all in it, we want the goodies. So to start with, already from rank 51, you will be granted company coins for every rank up. But then at every, we call them milestone ranks, every 50th rank, you will get one shiny new rank icon to show off your skills, and also a beautiful set of dog tags. So lots of ways of showing off your mastery on your journey towards, the world domination.
Vale,
already happening.
que cuando llegues a un
August
nivel vas
is
a
the
obtener
time.
una cosa
So it's
para
almost
poder
there.
mostrar
Almost here.
So world domination.
lo
for
mucho
Lars
que has
now.
metido.
Yeah,
Más
so
que
I
tus
wondered if we
skills.
talk about world
Tú
domination
puedes
when
conseguir
that
una
was
cosa,
happening,
si
but
tienes
no,
muchas
alright.
skills.
Private games then.
Si
The
has
other massive thing that
viciado
we know
mucho.
players want. What we got?
I mean, another one that's more lovely community
Porque
have been
mucho puedes
vocal about.
tener,
And
encontrarte a
previously,
uno,
for
bueno,
those of
estoy
you
hablando
who've
de
been with
Battlefield
Battlefield, it
1
was
así.
called RSP, the
Uno que
Rented
tú
Server
ves
Program.
francotirador
But now we're shifting
nivel
over to
10
private
o
games.
más alto,
And what it means,
que
the
fuese
beautiful
más
thing with
malo,
it is the baseline package that comes out
pero
is
porque
free
solo
for
juega al
everyone
Franco,
that plays Battlefield 5.
a
So a
explorador,
beautiful
pues
package,
no era ese
it's there
nivel.
to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or
Solo pasa
play
eso.
with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us, for sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, Mr. Battlefield at AOL.com, and let him know.
Well,
Just kidding.
That is the thing though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see,
September?
September, yeah.
And at that time, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So
At
be with us and
AOL.com.
be
Yeah.
candid.
Okay. Well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you know you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it.
Do I still get to
We've got more though, Julia. We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just,
vale, que esto será como el
so
mapa Metro, creo que era de Battlefield.
he came back with what was Operation Underground, and when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning.
No me acuerdo, pero que uno era que era como en un subterráneo.
I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think Inge then chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like a kind of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in one meal.
Better,
right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning in behind us here,
Bueno, después cuando
you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes, so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also the most sneaky ones.
Everyone loves the sneaky flank. Cheeky, sneaky flank.
I mean, I think as you look at it, like this is not Metro remastered. This is, as the guys look at it, sort of reimagined. And I think you've got a bunch of different diverse areas. You've got big open courtyards, at street level, and
la primera estoy así, así que como normalmente pues no tenía la cámara y podía estar haciendo otra cosa, pues estar en otra cosa, pero ahora mismo estoy así, pues es lo que tiene también.
That's the big question for today. Just
si
when,
veo, pues
when,
que
you have to wait a bit. October, between chapter 4 and 5.
I think this is the one the team is really
y a
excited
ver
about
cómo.
as well. I know I can't wait for October either. So.
I have a cracking time playing it in playtest. I'm so looking forward for everyone else getting to play it too, and everything else that's on these new maps.
Oh yeah,
Amazing
but those aren't the only surprises. This is the problem. We've got too much to get through. Just like stop talking. We've got so many surprises for you. So today we're giving you never before seen details on Battlefield 5's Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
Capítulo 5 ya van. Esto era como fases de la guerra, creo. Con el Pacífico. ¿Por qué será japonés?
A timeless theatre of war, a new vision. Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at
Ahora
DICE
sí,
are hard at work
porque
creating
está
an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima.
En Iwo Jima.
Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theatre has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese
En
defenses.
este me gustaría ser más como
Use new
japonés tipo
amphibious units to
como
pummel the
americano.
war-ridden shores,
No me diréis por
and
qué,
an
pero
expanded arsenal to bring
ahí
your squad
defenderse
to
la
victory.
patria.
We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
Se me ha parado. Bueno, antes se me había parado por completo. Vale,
Okay, most importantly, you went on like a bunch of like research trips. Like,
Vale,
let's find out
es
more about
caída y
that.
también
Let's open
como
that one in
también llama
Tahiti.
solo
Yeah, that's
a
right.
Tony.
It's hard work.
Por
I know it's
la
amazing how
caída.
many people are willing to make that extra effort to go to Hawaii
Oh,
in
yeah.
January.
Esta ya
and
será de las
Stockholm,
últimas
so it's quite
capítulos,
impressive.
yo
We
creo.
really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the
But
team,
obviously, I mean, that's
Un
the big
capítulo
new,
sí
the
por
big
sí
new,
tiene que ser ya la
addition to
caída
Battlefield
total
5,
de
so
los
going back
nazis.
new theater war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself,
Es
but
que
the
este-
development of it.
Esto es concept
but
art. Me están encantando, la verdad.
Yeah.
Me están entrando ganas de ir hoy cuando termine esto. No sea tarde.
you know, having been with
comprarlo ya.
Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where
Pero
it all
igual
started.
me espero a que haya una oferta para comprármelo,
you know, the Pacific
porque
Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War, everyone came up and kind of, when do we go to the Pacific? So this is the time. It feels like a homecoming.
han estado hasta ahora en
Battlefield
el
1943, we've
frente
been there
de
before,
Europa.
but this is in a new way.
And I think the great thing, I mean, we hear a lot from the community, and I know, you know, we have these discussions. You've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And you know, get to sit here in LA today and tell everybody that
Han esperado tanto para meter
come in
como en el
Chapter 5,
Battlefield 1 que esperan un
you're going
montón
to
para
see
meter.
some familiar places
El
like
ejército
Iwo Jima.
ruso.
We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial
El
package.
ejército ruso es el que más tardaron.
Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're
Pero
going to see.
bien rápido que
And
metieron
you
el
say something that you
americano.
can hear from the ping in the trailer. Some iconic weapons and things as well.
El francés creo que no lo
it's coming, right?
francés creo que no
We're
metieron
living
hasta
for the
el primer
ping,
DLC.
so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So of course there will be a new set of vehicles, and we want to take that extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And the team has focused hard on capturing kind of that invasion experience. I mean, it was very much about island hopping during the war, so capturing the invasion experience and the amphibious warfare. So there's tons of new stuff and new gameplay to look forward to.
And
Yo quiero
beautiful
esta la
locations that
sensación también de
ultimately
estar
destroy beyond
estar
recognition.
en la invasión
Ryan,
típica de
thank
estar
you both very much
en
for joining us.
barcazas,
So if you
Pues
lost
ahí realmente
track of all of these brand new
ir a la
Battlefield
playa, que se
announcements,
te va,
I
vas a la
don't
puerta
blame you
y
because
salir
obviously
y
there was quite a lot.
estar
So,
haciendo un
do you
montón
want to
de
give us a little bit of
disparos.
a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that
Y
on
que
your
en, los
capable
en
shoulders.
las
Back at the
defensas
balcony if they-
de
Yeah, go on, get
aparte
there.
de jugadores
Okay, we've got a load
que
more
haya
multiplayer maps then
bots,
coming in 2019.
atacante,
That starts with
atacando
Al
también,
Sudan,
que haya bots,
June
para que sea
27th,
más
followed by Marita in
inmerso.
July. We're bringing a brand new theatre of war to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
Y si no me lo voy a comprar con el EA Access, ¿qué narices? Me cojo el EA Access y listo. Que se me había olvidado.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And
Ese
if you're in the
Battlefield ha
Los
sido
Angeles
más
area, be sure to come and
corto.
visit us
Ha
in
sido más
person
corto el de
at EA
Battlefield.
Play. Goodbye.
El Battlefield ha sido el más corto. El Apex, yo me he aburrido. El Apex no he pegado ni caso. Este, yo me esperaba más. A mí me ha gustado este. 7 minutacos ahora. Pues haré solo de. Sí, muteo, cambio y vuelvo. Nada. Ya está. 6 minutacos aún. Para que empiece el de. FIFA. Vale, en el de YouTube se pueden poner subtítulos, pero paso. Porque las horas que hayan yo las diré acortadas, lo que yo entienda, mejor. Ah, que es gratis. Vale, que es, están diciendo ahora. Si estás solo en Los Ángeles, cada vez que no has venido ahora a Play. Que es gratis. Que los empieza mañana. Sí, claro. Pero estar en Los Ángeles cuesta pasta. Cuesta pasta. A mí lo que me gustaría es estar ahí y no puedo. Están hablando del Battlefront 2. Del Battlefront 2 ahora. Que no lo voy a poner porque no me apetece. Lo veis bien, no me apetece. Que van me dijo, no, sí, es que las guerras clon y tal y tal. Para esto bien que ponéis, pero para otras cosas no. Que NEA hay más juegos aparte de estos los que habéis anunciado. Bastantes más. Así que a mí no. Que están hablando sobre un evento, una cosa que va a haber en el Battlefront 2. Que a mí ni me interesa. Yo quiero que te continuéis más ya con el programado y ya me puedo terminar antes. que Dios mío, es que